Hey, what do I have to do? Do I have to get serious with everybody? Do I have to joke around? Let me tell you one thing. The words I speak, if I didn't wholeheartedly believe it deep down, then I wouldn't be telling you any of this. And then again, with the ratings and the number of people and the number of hits I get, I got a better chance of getting the psychiatrist here than anything else. Because seriously, if anybody's going to come over here and ask me, man, oh, 4,000 hits, wow, it's a lot. I made 500 videos. This is like my 495th, about 50 or 60 didn't work. Anyways, I got cut out another 8 minutes in the last one, and I'm going to tell you about Jack and Jill, okay? Because Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a bucket of water. Now, no matter what you do when you go up a hill to get a bucket of water, okay, what hill are you going up? Okay, we're talking about a mound, like in baseball. So right away, the mound, baseball, beta world, because that's the dice. Our dice is on an angle, okay? There's barges at the bottom. We turn in between like a, I made a little design like this. Same way the oranges come apart, you know what I'm saying? Take them oranges apart, you'll see our world the way God put it together. What do you think God did? I saw a guy's video. I don't want to take any credit for any of this except for the thought in the heart and remembrance of what I'm going to tell you, is that he says it rained for thousands of years on the earth, and the earth filled up with water, but not enough. Because they said after that there were asteroids that hit, and this hit, and icebergs and everything else, you know. And they do call this the beta world, so the only thing I can see hitting is Venus or whatever comes from Neptune. And since the Greek gods haven't been talked about, and they most 100% do need the credit, because the Greeks are here for a reason, we can't leave them out, it wouldn't be fair for me. Okay? The way the Greek letters were created is upon God creating this world, okay, the movement of some elements, depending on whether it's in the alpha world, the beta world, or our world, wherever that movement was created, that's what that letter will represent in that world. Just like the ace. You see, the ace is the one spirit of God, okay? And what happens with this ace, it's like the Eiffel Tower. You put one up here, one down here, one over here, and one over here. I didn't figure out which way you put them. I think you put them all point to point. I think that's where you get your best. So you've got 4 of them. And at the same time, an A is also like a Y. But with the A, okay, there's a stick going around across the top. Okay, now that stick, if it was removed, it would look like a Roman numeral 4 or 6, because it would be a V with a 1. Just like the Y, if you pull off the leg, the one world of the Y, you end up with a V and an I, you get the IV, and that's why they take the IV out of you in this world. Okay. What I'm going to tell you about Jack and Jill is that by hardlining the top, right, excluding the J and the K, I cannot hardline right now. I'm just learning this now. It's very hard to hardline any letter that's pronounced with the angel word in it. Jack, J, sounds with the A. Okay, so instead of taking away the J, I have to leave the J. Then I have the A. Okay. Then I have the C, and I hardline the C, and then I have the K. Now I'm going to have to show you this, okay, that when I hardline the K, what it ends up saying, instead of Jack, it says jail. Okay, and with the K, I just want to show you, you see the K? Where's the K? This K, it's a V, and this is the one connecting spirit between the 2 sides, okay, underneath the V, because the man is 6, the angle is 4 over here. They need to be connected with this. So they both use the 5 to connect. That's what the K is used for. That's why they call it the King Spirit. Okay? The spirit the King uses is the ace form in the center. And to back up the ace form in the center is that after the King, they make the ace more powerful in poker. Well, that would make position number 14. Position number 14 in Rubiks Cube is right at central station number 5, right where I told you the 7 is. Okay? Oh my God, there's so many connections in this world. Anyways, another thing I want to get to, I don't want to get to the world. There's too many things to do. There's just so much. The thing with roulette, for anybody who plays roulette, all the black numbers in roulette, they're all even. Okay, you would have 33. 3 and 3 is 6. You would have 24. 2 and 4 is 6. Everyone is even. Now, the only ones that are not even is the 11. But then again, 1 and 1 is 2. And the 29. But 9 and 2 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So 22 means life together. These two create 2 and 2, which means life. And when you get 2 angles and 2 angles, or 4 lines creating a box, you create one world. Okay, at the same time, okay, because they both come to 11, where 2 and 9 creates 11, okay, everything I think has to be added up until the number 6. And then you don't have to do that anymore, because 6 and 1, 6 and 2. Anyways, the 29, so now we have the only numbers are black 11 and 29. It's 1111 in this world. That's what you got. If you ever want to know what 1111 is, well, in this world, because it's black numbers and because roulette is an expression game, this is what it is. Then again, we all may be connected by the aces. And I made a little design right over here, an upside down ace, in which you see the V, you see the chord, which is like a clam shell, and then you see the I over here on this side, and man, they're both pulling on the same chord, okay? And they're spinning around each other in here. It's reflecting all in here. I'm not sure how it works, but it's just like all the shows you ever saw on TV. Anything that seemed real, like the movie Sphere, oh, 100%, my friends. Oh my God, I see it 100%. I can see going back in time. I can see Back to the Future. We have different multi-levels. How many Rubiks Cubes are out there? We're tiny. They just boom over, make over space. How do you know he's not setting up a new world waiting based on what we did over here? For all those who can, don't forget, okay, we sleep for 8 hours. We usually don't need much more, and some do, some less, okay? We need to rejuvenate our spirit. Does that mean when we're in heaven, we can use forever our spirit? Or does the octane need to be changed by forming into something that comes out of the universe for a certain period of time until you've rejuvenated that octane? This is a passage for the new angels of God, because prior to this, if he says we're not his sons, okay, we are his sons, okay, he created the messenger angel, the club, as female to produce, okay, but she is not anybody but what he is in his laboratory. So she, the club, is not there. The black angel spade, in which our body is formed from, okay, in which something has to do with maybe has to do with the one spirit connection and no more, okay, has nothing to do with the diamond suit. And the diamond suit is only, if you look at it, if it spins around, it looks just like a sphere, like a dice that's spinning around on its 4 points. The world's not flat, my friends, but we are Rubik's Cube, and we're a little bit bubbly, like clams, you know. Hey, lobster tails. Why do you think we have to remember lobsters? Because of our thumb. These and these, God gave us. He gave it names, and they all mean something of truth. From the bottom of my heart, I believe a lot of things now. I can't tell you everything at the same time. Okay, so I showed you this, and I believe at the end, in order to exit this world, we have to be that, the 5, in order to get freedom 55. But look, there's only 2 stories in this 5. Your story and the story of the truth. When you get to heaven, that's all it's going to be. You're going to tell your story, and then God's going to show you the truth. He's going to make you watch what you did for 75 years. That's maybe why we die before 500. We get sick and throw up already. Oh my God. Anyways, another thing I want to show you is the jack transfer of the I, okay? And what you have to do is in tic-tac-toe, you have to formate okay? Your 3 boards, 3 by 3. And I gave you just one of the formations, okay? This is a J, this is an I didn't bubble it on the top, and that's a J the other way because it's on the other side. And these are transfers. These are jacks that rotate, okay, that bring us from one area to another area. I don't know how they work. This is the I. Now what happens is I went ahead and I chopped off the bottom. What do we have left there? I chopped off the bottom. T, T, T. Trust and truth of 10. Because that's what it's all about. It's God backwards. It's a dog, and he's got the pound key, which is the carré for the French, or the flathead, meaning the diamond flatheads. We are the carré. My God. Okay. So anyways, we're tic-tac-toe. Did I show you how I mean, this is the only way God was able to do this whole thing is based on this here. Okay? This is your telephone. Okay? What happened is God split up his dice into 4 different corners. I'm showing you the shorter part of the story. 1, 3, 7, 9 odd is male, 4, 6, 2, and 8 is female. These are all YMCA, da-na-na-na-na-na, YMCA. Well, anyways, look at the angle. It creates a diamond, but at the same time, all the corners create an ace. At the same time, if I finish off the corners, they will all turn into stop signs showing passages to other worlds along the line. And those passages are basically right here. Okay, look, when you turn it, this is the passages. The reason for 4 and 6, okay, is because when it stands on the points, okay, if I'm right, at a certain point, it's 4, it'll be, what, 4 across, but it'll be 6 up and down. I'm not quite sure if it works in this scenario. 4 and 6, what 2 and 3 is creation, 4 and 6 is angel and man, 6 and 9 is angel and man, upside down the 2 Iberts, 79, 89, 92 is the beta birth, and 23, 23, 20. Just like in roulette, the same thing everything does in roulette. You'll see there's combinations. If you look at the board long enough, there's numbers that are red, that are black, that shouldn't be black. And the reason why they're black, these numbers, like the 29 is black, because it ends up to be an even number, and the 11, which is an odd number, supposedly, is actually the jack without a spirit, which would make him an even number, 10. That's why he's 11, but he's only 11 with the spirit. So it's the spirit can't not change his color. Anyways, if we're talking about God or back in black, because this is a question, okay? There's 2 black suits, they really don't exist. God waves his hand in the suit when you play cards. On the King of Diamonds, he's waving goodbye. They count for North Pole and South Pole because he is above and he is below. They count for us because he is both angel and he is both man. So he counts for 2 up and down and a quarter each way. Well, why a quarter? Well, what about me and my angel? Huh? Don't we get a quarter each? There's only one way down here. So it only can total 1. Don't you understand? I'm 1, plus I'm a quarter of the spirit. I'm 1 1/4. 1.25. I'm the 1 spirit of Jack. 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 Everything works out. Everything was formatted, and it doesn't matter what we do. Like here, listen to this one. I have a minute. The king is the 13th card, the 11th letter, missing 2. The queen and the L is the 12th letter and the 17th letter, 5. We have 2 and we have 5 again. It just always works out. Do you want to go with the jack? Do you want to go with any card in the deck? It doesn't matter. They gave it to us in every single thing we do, in everything we see, in every color there is. It doesn't mean I know it all because I know the format. Oh, I can't figure it out. Are you kidding? Aren't you? So, even if I got not even a 1% if I ever fit into this. But anyways, that formation I showed you with these numbers, that's how they formatted the telephone. That's how God figured it out. The odd corners are